Good day, everyone watching. I am Topman Paul-Dike, and here it's our section on React proper. Yes, we've had about two sections that didn't last for long anyway, and wasn't recorded. But we kept looking at certain concepts such as okay, I didn't talk about transpiling. Uh, High order function. Yeah, high order function. A function that takes a function as argument or returns a function as an argument. And then some other important concepts that you have to know if you must practice functional programming. Yeah. So we have functional programming, we have object-oriented programming, right? So um use of React, I think is your knowledge of functional programming will help you use React because you can use React as component based, sorry, as function or as class, right? So we have function component and class component, but these two, based on your knowledge of either functional programming or OOP, object-oriented programming, um, you can choose the one that best works for you. It's fine. So what is React? React is a front end framework, and what it does basically is to um, give you some interactive UIs where you, I mean, it's lightweight and it helps you avoid things like slow loading. We are slow, I mean, slow loading of web pages, especially for those of us who still use mobile data. I mean, it is component based, such that if this were to be a website, for example, okay, let me use my whiteboard. Let me use my whiteboard. So I'll go Jamboard, like Google. So there's so much to learn, but then the essence of this gathering is just to share some knowledge and inspire ourselves to go and learn more and then see what we can do with what we've learned so far. That's the essence of it. So sometimes it's I look at myself and I wonder where do I start talking from? Where do I start talking from? Is it explaining the fact we talked about JavaScript functions being first class functions and why we didn't talk about pure functions, but that's quite easy. You can study what pure functions are. They are very necessary in functional programming, where you want to make sure that your function takes at least one argument and your function returns a value or a function, and that function also mutates. No, it doesn't mutate the argument. It keeps the argument the way it is. For example, if you're working on an array and you want to reverse the array, the function should return another array that is reverse copy of that array without changing that array, the main array you're working on. So that's pure function for you. And so let me assume that this whole thing here is a web page. So I'm going to draw something like this. Like I said, the essence of this section is not to do plenty of talking. It's let's learn together. Let's see what we can do, what we've learned. So I may not be doing the traditional way of what is React, how does React do this one, all those definition, that. I will only do the one that is necessary, and as I talk, we do as well. We came here to do, and not to just talk. You know, and sometimes it's not easy learning alone. Solo learning, you'll be seeing things happen. So that you've seen some tutorials and you're wondering what is happening. So we're team learning together, and you watching. I've decided to be part of that team, I believe. So React website may look like this, and where we have here as a header, and we may have a sidebar somewhere here, and we may even have a footer. Yeah. Yeah, we may have some other components in here. I don't know how do I represent that. Okay, let me just use this. We have some other components in here. So I go like this, you know. So React makes it such that in this kind of situation, this guy will be a different component from this guy. In fact, this guy may even have maybe house other components. The entire body, that first big square I drew, or rectangle rather, that I drew, represents the entire body, right? And this guy represents the head. This guy represents the sidebar. The head might have some nav button, and this, I mean, so React basically is about is the technique uses building different components, and then bringing them together from simple to complex. So it makes you now have reusable block of code, just like functions, where you write a function that can perform a particular task, and you can always call it in your codes. If I want something on the sidebar now, and there's a component there, it will load without having this entire page load again. You know, if I want, let's say, if this guy pops, if something pops out after when I click on this guy, that thing will pop out without having this entire page load, and that's basically it. So React, while I was reading about React today, I just discovered that I shouldn't be talking about JSX by this time. Honestly, JXX, which stands for JavaScript. JavaScript what's S for? If you remember, please tell me.
JavaScript XML.
XML, yeah. I used to. This is what I call it because I followed some tutorial. But I saw someone who named it differently. S was for something, and then the other one was for extended JavaScript syntax. Yes, syntax extended. I said, that's interesting. That's interesting. But I know it as JavaScript XML. But this one it's quite interesting. Sounds more interesting because this JSX. Okay, let's forget about JSX for now, right? I want to bring this thing down to the point where I feel like writing a web page. Sorry, a website of different pages now. A quick one, but you may not really appreciate it because it's on my system. If I click, it will just open at once. Click, open at once. No network problem. But when we make as we make progress, we'll get to know. There's something called transpiling, which I think is very important, you know, and that's the way that the ES6 is rendered in browsers that do not support ES6 yet. Transpiling. Right. This is how. Okay. I'll just move like I want to. I'll just move like I want to speedily go into some practicals so you appreciate this thing and then be inspired to do your learning. But I think the next time we meet, I want to go back to the very root, very origin of React, because that's how we are trained in LAX. We look at what is happening under the hood, things that if we don't learn it, we still know React. But learning it makes us it makes for efficiency. It makes debugging easier, right? So transpiling. Did I finish talking about React? I said React makes interactive UIs. It makes it simple for us not to be loading everything again. And this component style, I think it's possible without React, but more tedious, right? More tedious. So see, these guys are standalone. They are on their own. Each of them are on their own. Hey, our front-end developer was talking about standalone in her work, in her live coding sections. So that's this is where you see it as a tradition, right? So transpiling now makes, when we do things like consts, we'll use the const keyword and the let keyword to declare a variable. Transpiling will now make it interpret it. This process, this I say transpiling. I'm talking about transpiling as a thing, but it's a process actually. Transpiling will now bring about interpretation, the translation of this language into this one for the browser to understand. Of course, not this browser. I think Chrome understands ES6. Of course, it's a way of looking to find out which browser I understand. But then, as a developer, you don't want to finish developing a program or a website rather, or a software to discover that it is not properly rendered by certain browsers, or so you want to pay attention to these things, right? Okay, so your arrow functions, when it goes into a function that does not support arrow function, the function turns to the old, let me use the word old, or the former, or the supposedly archaic way of declaring functions. This same process of transpiling is how JXX turns into HTML, CSS, and JavaScript codes, right? In my next section, I would like to, like I said, rewind to React and React DOM, provide React Native. Let's talk about the origin briefly, and then we'll move on speedily again to this point. Okay, so what does JSS look like? If you look at the syntax looks like HTML, but it's not HTML. You'll be seeing things that look like it's like coding. You know, if you use template literal, you can actually have your no. Let me do it like this. Imagine us doing something like, remember the let's say let's say, should I say body, let's say div equal to, let's say, body dot inner HTML. I hope I'm correct. Let's do it this way. What am I doing? All right, let me take off this const. I could do something like this. Remember the moment you put a back tick, I think I should take this off to a blank board. The moment you add a back tick, it will respect everything, every single character you put there, the tab, the space, everything will be the way it is. So you can come and start constructing your HTML, H1, this, you put what you want to put here, and then you close the tag, and then you keep, things like that. And then at the end of everything, you come and add a back tick here to close it. Now something similar like this happens. React is about, the use of React this mostly with something like this, where you use something called render. Apart from transpiling, there's something called render to now render it as, remember that the browser creates a copy of your HTML of your document, which we call the DOM. It creates a representation. Yeah, the representation, it has the way that it understands it. So from that representation, now it will know how to render it. Now, one good thing about one advantage of using React is that it minimizes the manipulation of the DOM, as it minimizes it. So it is its own virtual DOM to render and transpile codes and render it, such that you'll be having results. Enough of this talk. Maybe I should be doing some writing some codes while explaining it, because there's so much to talk about that. Now I'm wondering, which one do I talk about? Which one do I not talk about? Like I said, let me just create a new directory. Section. I'll call this section. This is supposed to be section 11. Okay, and okay, I'll just go ahead, and I think I want to have only section 11 open, so I will do this. No. I'll go further. Let's have the place less crowded. Okay, so let's look at the React development environment. Let's look at what the environment looks like, and I mean, technology. things are There are updates every day. Things are just changing fast, speedily, honestly, speedily, and you want to understand the origin of certain things and then keep um move at the pace of um of the change, you know, follow the same growth space. But let's learn as much as we can learn now about those things. I mean, I said this to say that there was a time when you would have something like a example, but yes, we want to import this guy React and then the React DOM, right? These guys are two different things. Two different things. This one does not have anything to do with the DOM. This one is the one that has something to do with the DOM. But then, see what I just do? Just some command, and this guy will build the app for me. So let me take this off. I don't need it. I'll delete it. So the first thing you want to do is call your terminal. I did control backtick. Invoke the terminal. Okay. I want to have the I don't want to be I don't want to have this guy downloaded globally or done globally. So I want to have it only here. So I'll just go ahead and do npm init react app. This is submitted to be a react app, and then I put dot indicating that you should do it inside this directory. So it's going to build. It's going to take some time to build. It's going to take some time to build. So what that is going on? You have a question, you want to add something, you can go ahead. Go ahead. I have a question about anything I talk about, anything I talk about that okay. Now see this guy is wrong. Documents is not this is what works it. It's not div. You have any question? I want to believe that you understand how that you can actually create a tag using JavaScript. You can determine what to be inside a tag. You can give a tag some ID, some class if you want to. I mean, all of those are the things you do in document object model manipulation, right? See how React will minimize the manipulation of that stuff using virtual DOM. Okay, I'm waiting for you.
Well, you've actually said everything, Sha, but not exactly everything. So just to lay more emphasis in a layman's way. So I'm going to be using one quick example just to explain what React easy really is. So let's say like you want to build a house, for instance, and you have different rooms. You have your living room, you have your kitchen, bedroom, and the likes of them. And you know that each room is going to have some certain furnitures and some kind of decorations. So you can actually arrange and change the furnitures in each rooms independently. So the essence is that if you are building a website, for instance, React allows you to actually create different part of the website they call it component, and each component represents different part of that website, such as like the header they were explaining in that whiteboard, the navigation bar. Inside the navigation bar, inside that header, yeah, you can have some nav links and the likes of them. You can have a side bar and the likes of them. So, like we are what React does is it makes it easy for developers to manage and update some certain components in a web page without what affecting the entire website. So when if you make an update to the header, for instance, it's only the header that will be affected. Every other page will still remains the same. Okay, so just like now, if you are arranging like furnitures in one room, it doesn't affect what you are doing in the other room. Just just like that. And if you want to like you can also like reuse some certain components probably in another place. Probably you want to use one sidebar in another page. You can just we use that sidebar that you've already created for this website in another page for a single page in one website in another website. Just like now, you want to without having to start the whole creation of that component all over again. So let's say now you want to you want to use the same type of furniture from the living room. You want to use the same type of furniture in another in another room. You don't necessarily have to start um building the design right from scratch. You can just reuse that design of that type of furniture in another bedroom. I hope that is clear. So that's just an overview, layman understanding of React. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's cool. I mean, it's cool. It's really cool when you explain this. And so, I'd like to emphasize one thing you said. You said we want to make changes. You don't need to go around everywhere. Just target the particular place you want to make the change. And that also implies that if was this too many active changes. I don't know what this means, but okay. So if you want to change something about, let's say, the header, once you change it, you don't need to go and start changing it in all of the headers. If you change it in one, it is changing all of them. Okay, I think I should do some illustration why this guy is still building. I hope which guy interrupted. How do I do that? Can I open another window in VS Code? Okay,
Yeah, just click on
Yes.
plus.
okay. Let's
You can
work with.
actually create another file in that place and still work in the same window and it won't affect it.
That's interesting. Okay, so I want to open this. Where's that project? Let me create a copy of this press position and play with it. So I'll copy this, and since I can actually do it here, I'll take one and put it inside here. Mhm. All right, so let me now open it here. While Diagram is building, we'll go back to it. So we have a clear side here. It has all these things. Let's say we want to now have some more page because everything we have is only one page we have so far. Let's say we want to have another page where um um let's call it feedback page. So I'll call it feedback. What is the problem with VS Code? We'll stop complaining.
No, you shall just click on don't show again. It's just a normal
Oh,
running.
let's
Yeah,
say
we make
feedback.
changes to a particular repo.
All right. So feedback.html. We want to have the second page now. Feedback.html. I go enter. And so for me to have, it has to look like. I mean, you don't want to have it. Let me go live. You don't want to have it looking totally different. I mean, what I mean is, for example, um, mm, What do I use now? Let me go back to this place. If I go facebook.com and here I am, look at the header. It has this logo here. It has that this icons are here representing things. If I click on, let's say, friends, what happens? I still have this header maintained. I still have it maintained. Everything that's here is still maintained. These icons are still here. If I click on, let's say, birthdays, these guys are not changing. They're still the same way they are, right? So how do we now achieve that? For what should I want to do now? How do we now achieve that in this kind of coding that does not have React? Okay, so I'll now go and say I have to go and have a copy of these things that are here, right? So I will now copy. Let's say let me copy everything and then remove the one I don't want. Copy everything and bring it to feedback. Come on, paste. Great. So it has pasted. Now I don't want it to be a table again. By the way, let me show you what this thing really is. Is it rendering now? I thought you were serving. What is happening? Okay. It's not seeing anything to
Reload
serve.
the page. You cannot render an empty. Yeah.
Great. So here it is. One is in dark mode. Here it is now. I want to have this guy. Maybe I should even take it to the other side, the other way, to Chrome. Light browser. Small. So I paste it here and I go. So this is our web page, right? I want to have another place of feedback. I don't want all these things in the feedback. I don't want this product, but I want to maintain this header where we have this logo, this name. Why is it looking a bit different from for it to look okay? I want to have all these guys maintained, right? Also, next now to do is let's say that feedback is for this is home. This is okay. Let's say shop. This is the menu. You want to add shop. So I want to make this blue thing come down to this place, right? It will have to come back to this place. I won't do all of that. It will take some time. And so let's go back to the code. Feedback.html. I have to make sure that I don't have these things again. So I take off these tables. All of these. And where did it stop? Where did it begin from? Table. Okay, see where table started from. So I'm taking them off. Right. I'm taking product off as well. So what is happening? So I'm doing this now to make sure I don't alter the code that are here. I don't want to alter the code for the header. I don't want to alter the code for the nav components. Right. So you can see. Like I said, there's a way of achieving this without using React. This kind of component thing, but I want you to appreciate the fact that let me render this first and be sure it's working. So what will make this not work now? Will it work like this? Will it work like this?
It will work. It will work.
So let me take the feedback. So yeah, look at it now. Look at the way it look. I want to now add feedback. I say yeah, we'll have the table now that I removed. I'll now turn it to feedback. And inside this div, I'll now start. Okay, that's an unwanted div here. So go off. Inside this div now, I'll now say something like, okay, we're not talking about styling yet, so don't take time. I'll say drop your feedback. So I'll make this a paragraph. Say drop your feedback. Let's even assume that the feedback is even a form. So look at feedback now. So I need to start styling it to come here and stay the way I want it. Maybe put a form, put everything I want. And now let's say tomorrow, and now I don't want this logo again. Imagine this website has 10 pages. I don't want this logo again. Once I come back here and change the logo for one to something else, let's change it to some. Oh, I don't want to do that. It's favicon, so I won't do that. So it means I'll have to come to feedback.html, change it, go to index.html, change it, go to this one, change it, go to but using React, if I change it for one, it has changed for all, because that one, the whole of this stuff that is holding the logo is somewhere here, right? Where's that guy now? What particular line is this logo? It will be talk now if I flag you.
Line
This
15.
guy is for what? This guy is line 15.
Mm.
Line 15. Oh, thank you. So, I will not have all of this thing as a component standing alone on its own. So once I alter anything in it, it will be altered to. Remember how that it will be in her styling. She had these guys in variables. She has this color saved in certain variables, so she could use them anytime she want to use them. So to change any of them, once you change anything here, all will change. If I change something, I think she did it. That's one of the things that one of the advantages of using React. I cannot go and change this header, so I don't want it to look like this again. Once I change it, it should change for all of them. You know, I want to believe that by now our code has finished building. Our app has finished. What happened? I left the new one that I opened though. I went and altered the one that. Hey.
No, it is still there. Just open the terminal. No, what you actually did, I wanted to correct, but you were too fast to it.
Okay.
Just open, like you were not supposed to open. Where just since you've already copied it inside the correct directory, didn't you have to open the folder?
I thought
So
I
you
was
need to
opening this
go
in the
back
new
outside.
VS
No,
Code.
you are not
Sorry.
opening it in a new one.
I thought so. So where am I going to now? So I should reopen.
So just reopen, yeah.
Wow. I was surprised that the new window was empty. I thought I was opening this in the new window. So I'll go back a
Just
bit.
go back, just go back one step here. Then open the section 11.
Okay,
Just
this is
like,
it.
yeah.
That guy stopped building.
No,
Oh
you should
no.
have. You should have.
This is not what I expect.
This was the way it was supposed. It will have finished building. Actually, your terminal will still be here. I think.
This guy is still building.
No, it
He's
has
still
actually
building.
finished.
So I'm not seeing what I expect.
What was okay? Just run it again. And again, I
Oh
wanted
no.
to point out something.
Go ahead,
You're
please.
using npm init react app.
Yes.
Can you the one I know of is
MPX.
npx create. Yeah.
Okay, this is the one I actually know. This is the one I actually work with. It's cool. Great. What?
Yeah, npx create. Yeah.
Okay, so this thing that you're trying to build now, this React app you're trying to build, this particular method takes time. Even the create React app also
Exactly.
takes. I would have suggested you use Vite to build it. Vite will just be very fast.
Beats.
Vite, so you just do npm create Vite at latest. That will just take few seconds or maybe a
Yeah.
minute.
Are you serious? This is the one I use and it works just fine. I was one that interrupted it by closing it. So I'll just take off this stuff and do what you asked me to do. So here and here I'm deleting them because this guy's supposed to be what is .vs code, please?
Some changes was made in your VS Code, so you can remove some settings was changed, so you can actually remove it. It's not really necessary. Just remove it.
Okay. So it's gonna take some time. Deleting these plenty things again. Oh,
It won't take long deleting it.
yeah, there's a module here now. All this guy has plenty of files inside it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's your operating system then.
Eh. It's okay. No problem. Come again. So npm what
Okay.
create
Yeah.
vite.
What is Vite, if I may ask?
I don't even know what is vite. What is vite, please?
Create like TE. Okay,
What?
Vit will just help you to do those apps, create the React app faster. It doesn't take time. Can you hear me?
Mm,
I
Create.
still
yeah.
don't get what Vite is, sha. Oh,
It looks like saying Facebook Lite, TikTok Lite. It's not vite, it's vite.
Create. Vit. Why couldn't invite? Is it your create? Oh, hey God.
It's vite.
Yeah, I was
I have
sorry.
renamed it now. I have renamed it.
Wait,
Okay.
repronounced.
Hope this vite will serve me well. Oh. Why not? Why? I know NPX. I know what NPN create. I know. I know you need. So yeah. Yeah. Somebody's asking me that vite is lighter. I think so. From what she's saying, she said it will faster. Sorry, I'll be
Imagine
putting all these things. Project name.
of the project.
Hey.
you did not
Hey.
specify the name in front of the command, that's why.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I'll call it.
For that npm init React app, you already named your this thing
Yes.
now.
Then I press
Yes, so
dot.
it was able to sense that okay, it's a React
No,
app.
this guy is asking me some questions that I don't like.
Continue. Just learn this one, then later continue your own method. It's good to know differences. You can hit enter. Then click React.
Hell,
Use arrow. Use arrow. Use arrow. Sorry, no verse.
and
I
do
think
enter.
we should have,
Yeah.
I think there should be like like
JavaScript.
like a flag that you can pass in front of this that will help you to enable to select a React by default.
Uh,
Now they're
Okay.
asking you to do
Your
this, run npm install, then run.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, might be. So we go ahead. What next from here?
you see into the
do what
project.
you're asked to do.
Oh, all these things.
Yeah.
All right. I should now install npm.
No, you know,
How
Can
is
you
this?
expand the learning React on the sidebar.
Oh,
but you're not
So
done.
I
Sure.
think you are not actually done though. You've not installed if you open this package.json, there should be some things there, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So the npm install will install those things.
So the npm install is just to install all the dependencies that are not yet on your local machine. Like you went too far. Like this React DOM, and the likes of, and other dev dependencies.
Yeah.
so what next, please?
Yeah, do the
Oh,
npm install to install all of the
Hey, wait,
packages.
that's all.
yes, yes. Run the second command just as it is there.
How on earth is this faster
It's
than the other
faster.
one?
It's wasting time. You're talking too much.
It is well. I'll catch you. I'll catch you. So npm install. All right.
So if your network is good, it should not take as long as npx create React app.
Have you used it
Actually,
before? I used the
Yes.
MPX before. Have you
Yes.
used this one I used before?
Maybe
NPM in
because that's what I'm telling you.
it.
no, the thing is, no, the problem is installing the packages actually that takes a little while, depending on your internet connection. So I think what looking at with this Vite or Vite is that it helps to build the the React app faster. For that other one, you are building and then installing the packages together. So So it has already built it. So installing should not really take a long time than when you are building and installing
But
together. So
I am yet to see the difference. I don't know. I'm yet to see the difference.
My network.
it's
You
actually
let in,
faster. It's actually faster actually.
tell me it's my network.
My own network.
Tell me it's my network.
It's faster than the other one.
It's actually faster than the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, npm run dev, right? Npm run dev, right?
That one is to start the
Yeah. If you want to see it on
the server. Yeah, you want to see it on the web. Yeah, is to start the server. So and also
Okay,
if you
so we
look
should
at
not
this
see.
your package.json, I think you should have a script there to show you how the no, you are still under the package. Just scroll up.
Right,
These are all what you
so
learn in backend. Oh. So you can see the div, that dev script is calling Vite. So since this thing was built in Vite, so Vite will just like run the is running on Vite or Vite, whatever it's called.
we have changed the road. We have changed the road, though. It's okay, I'll follow you. Alright, it's faster. It's okay. npm,
Just
please
run the
bring.
npm run
Wait.
dev.
Sell your phone and buy mic.
So it will start up the server and enable you to be able to preview the web page or something
You
on
see,
the
I should say
browser.
my phone again.
So
Oh,
that's
she's not
the
talking well, oh.
so
She's not
just
talking well, oh.
press Control and click.
Control click where? I suppose control and
Control
click.
click. Control plus click.
I don't want it to. It will go to a different browser.
Okay,
And
okay, okay, okay,
I don't
okay.
want.
Yeah,
I want
copy
it
and
on
paste.
Chrome.
Copy and paste. Yeah.
So let's have it here. What kind of port is this port? 1517.
That was a port
See the.
generated for it.
Don't mind me.
Yes. Yeah, you can
Oh,
change it to what you want.
it has changed the this Vite has changed everything. This is not the React that we know. This is not the
You see
default
now.
homepage that we know. But
What kind of React is this one now? This one, oh. I don't need to be confused. All right, so it's cool. Learning together. It's cool. Learning together is cool. All right, so now let's take some look at these things that are here. And like I said, or like I usually say, this is not how we do all the learning. We just basically come inspire ourselves and get ready to do some more research as individuals. So what is rendering here right now? What is rendering here now? If you look at this, this is the model. And this guy in Babel. Okay, I think I should skip all this for time's sake. Public. This is not what I expected in public.
yeah,
I
you're
think you're
expecting
looking
to see some look inside the source directory.
Where is index.html? Oh, it's inside the root directory. Wow. Okay, the argument is a bit different, but it's making sense. It's making sense.
It's actually changed.
All right. So the title of this page is, let me take this all off so that you focus on what you're doing here. I hope I don't take myself off the Google Meet as well. So Vite plus React. Let's call this. Let me change it to learning React.
Vite.
Okay. Want it to be Vite, no problem. Vite. Vite React. Wow. I think it's like light. It's like React Lite or something. React App Lite. Okay. Similar environment actually. That would have been this index.html would have been inside this public directory if it was the other way that we did it. Whoa, guys. So this wow, I'm seeing app.jsx. Interesting. So this is the guy that performs the rendering. This thing you're seeing here now is being rendered. by this guy. There's a function. Da 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 da. Okay. And we'll continue from here. Probably next time. Continue from here next time, mates. Any question before we go?
Can we open the main.jsx file?
Okay. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
This is the guy that is having the roots. What is happening here?
This one is rendering. So the app is the app.js is like the body or something. Then this one will now render what is in app.
You see now, you have confused my life.
Sorry, it's not just a little difference.
It seems in the next section we'll wait for the normal route.
My brother, this is quite different from what I know. I asked you to teach this thing, you refuse. So now I have come, just because of one small mistake that I made and opened and stopped something that was building. You have taken to another road.
Now you know.
Nah, no two method. I know 1.5 method. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being with us. My battery is low now. We can't go further here, and that's one of the things we see in Nigeria. But let's continue from here. All right, thank you so much. So I will see. Bye bye.